My girlfriend said, "Your daughter needs to respect me as her new mom." I said, "Give it time." Then my daughter handed me her phone, the text messages my girlfriend had been sending her behind my back. I, 37, male, should have seen it coming, but grief makes you stupid sometimes. 2 years after my wife died, I started dating again. My daughter was 13, seemed to be handling things okay. Met my girlfriend through a mutual friend. She seemed great at first, patient with my daughter, understanding about the whole widower with a kid situation. 6 months in, she moved into my place. That's when shit changed. Started small. Comments about my daughter's room being messy. Suggestions about her eating habits. Helpful observations about her attitude. I brushed it off as adjustment period stuff. Then one night, doing dishes, she hit me with it. "Your daughter needs to respect me as her new mom." I kept washing the plate in my hand. "She's still processing everything. Give it time. It's been 6 months. I live here, I cook, I clean, I'm building a life with you. She needs to acknowledge that." She had a mom. "You can't just..." "I'm not trying to replace anyone." Her voice got sharp. "But I am here. I'm present. Her actual mother isn't. That's just reality." The way she said "actual mother" made my stomach turn, but I didn't want to fight. "Let's just take it slow, okay?" She went quiet. I thought we were done. We weren't done. Few days later, my daughter came home from school and went straight to her room. Didn't come down for dinner. I went up to check on her. She was crying. Not the teenage drama crying. Real, gut-wrenching sobs. "Hey, what's wrong?" She wouldn't look at me, just held out her phone. I took it. Saw the text thread with my girlfriend. Started scrolling. "My girlfriend, we need to talk about the mom situation. Your dad and I decided you should start calling me mom." My daughter, "I'm not ready for that." My girlfriend, "This isn't about being ready. I'm your mom now. Your real mom is dead. I'm alive. I'm here. Act like it." I felt like someone punched me in the chest. Kept scrolling. My daughter, "Can I please just use your name?" My girlfriend, "No. Stop being difficult. Your dad is sick of your attitude too. He just won't say it to your face. Grow up." I never said anything like that. Never even thought it. More messages. Days and days of them. My girlfriend criticizing everything about my daughter. Her hair, her clothes, her friends, her grades, calling her lazy, spoiled, dramatic, saying she was making our relationship difficult with her issues. Then I hit the one that made my hands shake. My girlfriend, "Your mom would be so disappointed in who you've become. She'd be ashamed to call you her daughter." I sat down on my daughter's bed. She was still crying. "How long has this been going on?" 3 weeks, maybe more. I thought maybe she was right. Maybe I was being difficult. But then that message about mom. She couldn't finish. I pulled her into a hug. "None of this is okay. None of it." "Are you mad at me?" "What? No. God, no. I'm mad at her." "What if you break up and it's my fault?" "If we break up, it's because she's been cruel to my kid. That's on her, not you." I screenshot every message, sent them to myself, then called my mom. "Can you come get your granddaughter? She needs to stay with you tonight." "What's wrong?" "I'll explain later. Can you just come?" My mom arrived in 20 minutes. Didn't ask questions, just took my daughter. I waited for my girlfriend to get home. She walked in around 6, all smiles. "Hey babe, where's your daughter? I need her to set the table for dinner." "She's not here. Sit down." Her smile faltered. "Is everything okay?" I held up my phone, showed her the screenshots. Her face went white, then red. "She showed you those? Are you kidding me right now?" "Yeah, she showed me." "Want to explain what the hell you were thinking?" "Those were private conversations, between me and her. She had no right." "She's 13. You're a grown woman. You don't get to have private conversations where you verbally abuse my child." "Abuse? I was setting boundaries. Someone has to. You let her walk all over you." "You told her that her dead mother would be ashamed of her." "I was trying to make a point." "You called me mom. She said she wasn't comfortable. You told her that her actual mother is dead, so it doesn't matter. Does that sound like setting boundaries to you?" "She needs structure. Discipline. A mother figure who actually parents instead of just being her friend." "I don't need parenting advice from someone who thinks emotional abuse is discipline." She started crying. "I've been trying so hard. I moved in here, I gave up my own space, I cook and clean and take care of this house, and this is how you repay me?" Taking her side? "There are no sides. There's just my daughter who you've been bullying." I wasn't bullying her. I was trying to help her. She's damaged, anyone can see that, and you're too blind with guilt to actually deal with it. Wrong thing to say. Pack your shit. You're leaving. What? Pack your shit. You have 1 hour. You're breaking up with me over some text messages? Are you serious? Over you telling my daughter that her mother would be ashamed of her. Over you lying and saying I agreed with your bullshit. Over you calling my kid damaged. Yeah, dead serious. Fine. I don't need this anyway. Your daughter is a spoiled brat, and you're a pathetic widower who can't move on. Good luck finding someone else willing to deal with your baggage. Get out of my house. She stomped upstairs. I heard slamming drawers, phone calls, crying. Didn't care. 58 minutes later, she came down with 2 suitcases. You're making a huge mistake. That girl is going to end up a mess without a mother figure. She'll be fine. You'll regret this. Counter, now. She threw it at me. It hit my chest and fell. She left, slamming the door hard enough to rattle the windows. I changed the locks that night, called my daughter, and told her to come home whenever she was ready. Thought that was it. I was so wrong. Update 1. My daughter came home that night. We ordered Chinese food, watched her favorite show. She kept thanking me, like she was surprised I chose her. That hurt. You don't have to thank me for doing what any parent should do. I know, but thank you anyway. Weekend was quiet, maybe too quiet. Should have known the storm was coming. Monday morning, got a call from my daughter's school, the vice principal. Hi, we received a call from someone claiming to be your daughter's stepmother. She had some concerning allegations about the home environment. My blood pressure spiked. I don't have a wife. My ex-girlfriend doesn't have any legal relationship to my daughter whatsoever. She seemed quite insistent that we should know about some behavioral issues and possible depression. My daughter sees a therapist regularly, has been since her mother died. Her therapist has no concerns. This is harassment from my ex. I see. We'll make a note. If she contacts us again, we'll direct her to speak with you. Also, make sure she's not on any pickup lists or emergency contacts. She has 0 permission to be near my daughter. Already handled. I hung up. My ex was trying to make my kid look troubled to the school, trying to make herself look like the concerned parent. Unbelievable. That afternoon my phone buzzed. New number. We need to talk about your daughter. I'm worried about her. Please call me. Blocked. Another number an hour later. You're being childish. We need to co-parent effectively. Co-parent? We weren't married. She wasn't my daughter's parent. Blocked that one too. Then came the Facebook messages from her mom, her sister, her friends, all saying the same thing. I was overreacting. She just wanted to help. I was keeping her from someone she loved. Blah, blah, blah. Blocked all of them. My daughter noticed I was on my phone more than usual. Is she bothering you? Her family is? It's fine. I'm sorry. Hey, stop apologizing. You did nothing wrong. But I was pissed. These people weren't going to quit. Then she started showing up places. Saw her at the grocery store. She happened to be in the same aisle. Tried to start a conversation. Hey, can we please talk? I miss you. I miss her. I walked away without saying a word. Next day, she was at my gym, in workout clothes, but I'd never seen her there before in the 6 months we dated. She approached me between sets. This is ridiculous. We're adults. We should be able to have a conversation. You were asked to leave us alone. This is harassment. I'm at a public gym that I've been a member of for 5 years and you've never been to once. Leave me alone. I reported it to the front desk. They made a note. The worst was when she showed up at my daughter's soccer practice. Stood on the sidelines like she belonged there. My daughter saw her and froze mid-drill. I walked over immediately. You need to leave. Now. I just wanted to watch her play. I used to come to these. Twice. You came twice, and now you're banned from coming at all. Leave before I call the police. You're being psychotic. The coach came over. Is there a problem? This is my ex. She's harassing my family. Can you please ask her to leave? Coach didn't hesitate. Ma'am, if you're not the parent of a player, you need to leave the field. She left, but not before yelling, "You're gonna regret this." I started documenting everything. Every text from new numbers, every time she showed up somewhere. Dates, locations, witnesses. Called my buddy who's a lawyer. Showed him what I had. This is textbook harassment. Send a cease and desist. If she keeps it up, file for a restraining order. The cease and desist went out certified mail. Formal legal letterhead. Stop contacting me. Stop contacting my daughter. Stop showing up places or face legal consequences. That's when she completely lost her mind. Got a 5-page email to my work address. Unhinged doesn't begin to cover it. She blamed my daughter for ruining our relationship with her manipulation tactics. Said my daughter was playing the grief card and I was too emotional to see it. Claimed my daughter was actually a bully at school and that I was enabling her toxic behavior. Complete lies. My daughter's never been in trouble at school, not once. But then she took it further. I've been doing some research and I think your daughter might be developing a personality disorder. The lying, the manipulation, the way she turned you against me, these are red flags. As someone who cares about her, I think she needs serious psychiatric evaluation. You're in denial about how damaged she really is. I forwarded the email to my lawyer friend. Yeah, keep this. You're definitely filing for that restraining order. Next morning, my boss called me into his office. We've worked together for 8 years. Good relationship, no issues. Got an interesting call yesterday. Woman claiming to be your ex said she was concerned about your mental state and that you were going through a crisis that was affecting your work. My jaw clenched. She's harassing me and my daughter. I'm getting a restraining order. Your work is fine. You seem completely stable to me. But heads up, she said she was calling the state child services to report concerns about your daughter's welfare. She what? Yeah. Nothing's come through yet, but wanted you to know. I left his office shaking with rage. She was trying to get CPS involved, trying to make it look like I was neglecting my kid. Called my lawyer friend immediately. We're filing the restraining order today, right now. Update 2. The restraining order hearing was scheduled 2 weeks out. Temporary order granted in the meantime. She legally had to stay away from both of us. She was served at her mother's house. Process server said she screamed that it was illegal and unconstitutional and parental alienation. None of those words meant what she thought they meant. The 2 weeks between the temporary and permanent hearing were interesting. She posted on Facebook. Long dramatic post about how she'd been forcibly removed from her family's life, how she'd tried so hard to help a troubled child and a grieving father, how she'd been villainized for setting boundaries. The comments were a mix. Some people who didn't know the full story sympathized with her. Others who knew me were like, wait, what? I didn't respond, didn't engage. My lawyer said that was the right move. But her mom did. Posted a whole rant about how I was a manipulative narcissist who'd used her daughter for 6 months and then discarded her like trash when she tried to be a real mother to my out-of-control child. My daughter saw it. Someone at school showed her. She came home crying. Everyone thinks I'm out of control. They think I'm the problem. Do your real friends think that? No. Then everyone else doesn't matter. The people who know you know the truth. But what if CPS actually shows up? What if they believe her? That was my fear too. But I couldn't let her see it. If they show up, we tell the truth. You're in therapy. You're doing well in school. You're not in trouble. There's nothing to find because nothing's wrong. But I prepared anyway. Got a letter from her therapist confirming she was doing well, no concerns. Got copies of her report cards. Made sure the house was clean, fridge was stocked. All the visible signs of good parenting were obvious. CPS never showed up. Either she never called, or they screamed it out as bullshit. But the threat was enough to mess with our heads. Then her sister showed up at my work. I was heading to lunch when she cornered me in the parking lot. We need to talk about my sister. No, we don't. She's devastated. She gave up everything to move in with you. Now she's got nothing. She gave up nothing. Her lease was ending. Moving in saved her money, and she's got the same things she had before she met me. She loved your daughter. She told my daughter that her dead mother would be ashamed of her. That's not love. She was just trying to discipline her. Your daughter needed structure. My daughter needed kindness, which your sister couldn't provide. We're done here. I tried to walk away. She grabbed my arm. She's talking about hurting herself because of you. If something happens to her, that's on you. I pulled my arm away. If she's threatening self-harm, call 911. That's not my responsibility anymore. And if you touch me again, I'm calling the cops. She left, yelling that I was heartless. I reported it to building security anyway. They banned her from the property. The day of the permanent restraining order hearing finally came. I showed up with my lawyer friend. My ex showed up with her mom and sister. No lawyer. The judge looked over the paperwork, all the text messages to my daughter, all the emails, the documented harassment, the showing up at places, the call to my work, the threats to call CPS. Ma'am, do you want to respond to these allegations? My ex stood up. He's punishing me for trying to be a mother to his daughter. She manipulated him into thinking I was abusive. Those texts were taken out of context. The context being? She was being disrespectful. I was setting boundaries that he was too weak to set himself. Judge looked at the texts again. You told a 13-year-old that her deceased mother would be ashamed of her. What's the context that makes that appropriate parenting? She needed to hear the truth. You claimed in an email that she was developing a personality disorder and needed psychiatric evaluation. Are you a mental health professional? No, but anyone can see. You showed up at her school event after being told to stop contact. You contacted her father's employer to make allegations about his mental health. You threatened to call Child Protective Services. I was worried about them. Your worry manifested as harassment and defamation. Her mom stood up. Your Honor, my daughter is the victim here. She opened her heart to this man and his troubled child, and this is how. Ma'am, sit down or leave the courtroom. She sat. Judge looked at my ex. The evidence here is overwhelming. Permanent restraining order granted. You are to stay 500 feet from both of them. No contact of any kind. No third-party contact. If you violate this order, you'll be arrested. Do you understand? This isn't fair. I loved them. Do you understand the terms of the order? Yes, she spat. Court dismissed. Walking out, her mom tried one more time. You've destroyed my daughter's life. She's suicidal because of you. Her blood is on your hands. My lawyer friend turned around, and those words were said in front of a court officer. So if anything happens to your daughter and you try to blame my client, we have witnesses that you're making false accusations. Keep talking. They left. I felt like I could finally breathe. Final update. It's been a few months. Life got back to normal. Mostly. The restraining order worked. My ex tried to text once from a new number. Just, I still love you. Please talk to me. I reported it. Police contacted her with a warning. Nothing since. According to mutual friends, who I've since distanced myself from, she moved back in with her parents permanently. Still telling anyone who'll listen that I'm an abusive narcissist who kept her from her daughter. Her mom apparently tried to start a whisper campaign about me in the neighborhood. Few people who live near us started acting weird. I found out she'd been telling them I was unstable and keeping my daughter isolated. My neighbor 2 doors down actually asked me about it. I showed him the restraining order paperwork. Yeah, that explains a lot. She came by asking questions about you guys. Seemed off? I'll let the others know what's really going on. The whisper campaign died pretty quick after that. My daughter's doing a lot better. Her therapist says the improvement since my ex left has been significant. Turns out constant criticism and threats to replace your dead mother are bad for mental health. Shocking, I know. She made the honor roll last quarter. Joined drama club. Has friends over again. Laughs at dinner. Doesn't walk on eggshells in her own house. That's the real revenge, honestly. My ex wanted to break her down and build her back up into some obedient, grateful kid who'd call her mom. Instead, she just reminded my daughter that she's allowed to have boundaries and that she doesn't have to accept mistreatment. Good lesson? Terrible teacher. My ex lost the relationship she thought was going somewhere. Lost the house she'd started decorating. Lost the future she'd apparently planned out where she'd be the new wife and the new mom and everything would revolve around her. All because she couldn't do one basic thing. Be kind to a grieving kid. Her family lost their minds over it, but there was nothing they could do. The evidence was overwhelming. Their behavior after just made everything worse. I'm not dating. Not even thinking about it. My daughter asked me about it once. When you do date again, can I meet them first? Before anything serious? Absolutely. And if you don't like them, that's the end of it. Really? Really? Your comfort in your own home matters more than me having a girlfriend. She seemed relieved. I learned a lot from this, mainly that I ignored red flags early on because I was lonely. She came on too strong with the instant family thing, and I mistook intensity for genuine care. Some people see grief and vulnerability as opportunities. They think they can slide into a role just because it's vacant. Don't understand that some roles can't be filled by just anyone willing to do it. My daughter doesn't need a new mom. She needs people who respect her grief, her boundaries, and her timeline. She needs people who love her as she is, not who they want to mold her into. The revenge wasn't elaborate, no grand scheme, just documentation, legal action, and refusing to budge on protecting my kid. Was it satisfying watching them face consequences? Hell yeah. The look on my ex's face when the judge granted the permanent order, when she realized her tears and manipulation weren't going to work? That was beautiful. But mostly, I just feel peace. My house is calm, my daughter is happy, we're rebuilding. That's the win. Not revenge. Just peace. And my ex can spend the rest of her life telling people she was the victim. I've got the court documents that say otherwise.